Dinesh, and welcome and thank you for joining this coffee chat with the Victorian State Government. Can you please tell us a bit about the Malaysian Australia Business Council and your role as chairman?
Good morning, Lee. Yes, I've been the chairman, as you know. I inherited the MABC from you, and I've been chairman now for 3 years. The MABC has been the main vehicle for the business relationships between Malaysia and Australia. So our members comprise of businesses from Australia who are operating in Malaysia, Malaysians who are doing business with Australia, and of course, the many Malaysians who were educated in Australia and continue to have links. And our job at the MABC is to continue to keep this group connected. And we have a number of events that we run in normal times, I should add. The pandemic has obviously slowed things down and has caused us to change the way in which we operate, in that we can't have face-to-face networking events and so on. But we continue to remain engaged with our members through online events. Our executive committee continues to meet every month. We are continuing to maintain a good list of activities in challenging times. And the whole purpose of the MABC is to continue to be, especially at this time, a source of communication to the business community of all the things that are happening government-wise and in the business climate.
Now, you've seen the business environment in Malaysia change and grow over the years, which is certainly true in recent times. What are some of the more significant trends and opportunities you're witnessing now?
So the two things, I'm in the building and construction property development industry, and I might answer a little bit of that and then talk about the broader. So in the industry that I'm operating in, clearly technology is beginning to play is becoming a growing influencer in our sector. And that means also, and that's partly driven by the fact that we have to move towards 4IR and become less reliant on labor in an industry which is particularly reliant on immigrant labor. In the broader Malaysian economy, and if you look at the Malaysian economy, we are very much still agricultural. Manufacturing is obviously a big driver, but if you look at agriculture, it has the same challenges in many ways as construction. It's highly reliant on labor, and much of that labor is not Malaysian. And so the part that technology is going to play, and rapidly, we think, digitalizing many of these economies is a particularly important trend that I see, which has been sped up by the pandemic to some extent.
You touched on technology. Digitalization is a key theme in the world today, and particularly under COVID-19. How do you think Malaysia is faring in its digitalization journey? We
launched the 4IR the government launched 4IR in a very big way in about 2018, if I recall. That would have been 2019. And various incentives and various programs were put in place. But I think the pandemic has slowed it down, slowed down the embracing of the whole 4IR plan. So there is a plan, there is a desire to want to embrace technology and digitalization. It's quite well documented and planned in the 4IR policy. However, the adoption has been slowed down by the pandemic.
And finally, Dinesh, can you tell us about some of the key projects that the MABC is working on currently?
Yes, we are greatly challenged by the environment, as I mentioned, with the pandemic. So one that is what we've just launched it last week, one that's more in keeping with, the current environment we're in, is we've launched an MABC Cares program, which is aimed at trying to get food, in particular food and other types of household requirements, to the underprivileged, to the ones who are obviously suffering in this time when they have no income, they have no work and no income. So we've launched that, and we hope to start distributing food parcels from monies collected from our members in the next 2 weeks. And that will be a different kind of program for MABC, obviously, but one in keeping with the times. And so we're very hopeful that our members and particularly our corporates will come forward. They already are. We are encouraged by the response. That's one. And the other one is something that you and I are quite involved with, which is the mentoring program for the women in business. This is our third year of this program. And we have each year mentored between 12 and this year it's 18 mentees, all women, to help women progress in their careers, in the businesses they run, and provide them with a sounding board, if you like, through very experienced mentors, who are both members and non-members, but people with very good experience. And it's a program that has worked very well for us, and we are very proud of it.
That's great. Dinesh, thank you for joining the Victorian Government for our coffee chat today.
Thank you, Lee. Pleasure meeting you again.